Hi, everybody.
We're playing a game.
So here we are. We're going to be playing this game.
What game is that?
Oh, this game is called The Fall of Delta Green, written by Ken Hite, who was doing an AMA all week on RPG game design. If you're a Redditor, so hop in, ask a question, he'll answer it most likely. Really nice guy. Yeah, really nice guy. This is going to be our next last episode of The Fall of Delta Green. This is going to be our last episode set in the 1960s. And if everybody has already made their indications of how this game is gone,
we're gonna die.
It was surreal and insane and crazy. Then I just started cutting onions, and onion cutting will continue until morale improves.
Such is the tale of Vietnam.
Bob, poor Bob.
No, not a happy ending.
So I like to do a lot of movie references and descriptions of scenes and interpretations and all that stuff. So if this was like a TV miniseries, as I always say, it's like you have like a camera panning shot opening up of Vietnam in Cambodia, like in the 1960s, like 1969. It's November. Camera's running down a river. It's looking at the hills and the peaks and whatever else is out there, the jungles. And finally, the camera focuses on like a simple puddle. And the puddle is just still. It's stagnant. Nothing's moving. If anything, the breeze is blowing it. Then all of a sudden you see the water ripple a bit. And then it ripples some more and more and more. And the sounds that start picking up are mortar shells, AK rounds, RPKs going off, M16s, M60s, a minigun or three, grenades, anything and everything, and you hear in the cacophony of gunfire and violence and carnage, you hear like a radio that is leaning up against a tree, and the radio is going off saying evac, evac, and then the radio cuts out. And then we see some text on the screen 96 hours earlier. And it is another busy day at Armed Forces Radio. And Hampton Hamlin, who is enjoying his salad at the moment in time,
Okay, well, pause on the salad.
gets a knock on the booth.
Some mean jungle eaten up. Oh yes, of course. Was I on the air?
No, they need you in
they need me. Oh, sorry. This is
we
me
need
out
you
of
in the
character
office.
asking. Okay,
Like
they-
ASAP.
All right, I
Stars and
heard-
Stripes shop. Go.
Okay, I hurry over.
Come on.
Pipe in hand, of course. I rush.
I
to
know
the
we
office.
allow people to smoke cigarettes in here, but this is ridiculous.
What you would say prevent a gentleman from enjoying his aged pipe.
And the sergeant major in the United States Army looks down at his sleeves and looks at your two stripes on your shoulder as you earned promotion through just time and grade and service. What was that again, Airman?
Sorry, sir. I'll put the pipe away.
Well, now on to more pressing matters. Stars and Stripes wants an interview out at Firebase Verdun. I'm pretty sure you're very familiar with the escalation that we are pushing into Cambodia to give the ARVN a chance to advance on some of the trails. So,
Oh, absolutely.
believe it or not, this came from Stars and Stripes, and it says you're supposed to be taking a couple other individuals with you. I guess they're for protection. I don't know why you need a MAC V SOG operator, a field medic, and jeez.
A certain inebriated MP.
I think you might be taking him to that fire base, and that fire base is a temporary military prison. Besides,
Oh, interesting. So who exactly would the good boys of Stars and Stripes like me to interview?
Colonel Satchel Wade. You're supposed to be interviewing him on the advance.
Colonel Satchel Wade.
Yeah, big damn hero is what I heard. So,
Aren't all of our Uncle Sam's favorite nephews heroes?
Well, the place you're going, he's kind of the warden.
Oh, interesting. Well, I'll be happy to press the flesh and give him the old...
There's no pressing of flesh.
Okay, I will
just
not
shake
press...
his hand. And
I will.
say,
That's what pressing the flesh means. But... Sorry, sir. So I'll interview him happily, sir.
All right, good. There's a jeep for you to you requisitioned. You're also going to have a firearm.
Absolutely, yes. Firearms.
They taught you how to do that in
did
boot camp, right?
Apparently not.
Cut to Hampton putting the rifle sideways. The magazine not even
Which
loaded.
side does the bullet exit? Is
And then you down the barrel
thing?
and
No, for some reason nothing's coming out.
pulling the trigger while looking down the barrel.
And then we cut back to like, yeah, yes sir, I do.
Absolutely.
Good.
I have some training. It's not good, but I have
Well,
some.
I'll be off then, and very well. Goodbye, sir. I hasten out.
How sweet is that?
And head to that jeep. I would not say that. I would say the proper American goodbye. So long, buddy.
Wait, no, what?
That's how all good Americans say
Interesting.
goodbye.
Interesting.
Ta-ta for now.
So you take your jeep, and you go head over to like the temporary
White
military
Ridge.
prison, the Dick Dawson wing, apparently, because he's the only person in there.
Even the prisoners got transferred.
My bucket's got a hole in it. Can't find no bear. Warden! Warden!
Is
I'm lonely.
Wait, are you arrested in this?
he in prison or is it his prison?
He is
Both.
in his cell.
Yeah.
You should be sober as a bird now. You should be like completely active unless
They
you...
tell me I'm a little obnoxious, and so they give me just a little bit to take the edge off, so I'm a little less obnoxious. Whatever that means. You know, my mama used to say,
She made toilet hooch.
You can make sangria in the toilet.
if you
But it is shank or be shanked. But it's not like they let him out of the cell very much. So Hampton, you arrive at the temporary military prison, and you are given... You have the orders to go ahead and escort this person to two birds, one stone. You know, we're trying to draw back, so we're going to throw everybody we can at all of our problems so if it goes away. State your name and business.
Hampton Hamlin, and I'm here to pick up MP Dawson.
You mean Private Dawson?
Oh.
Yeah, he's... Hang on.
I
Do
wasn't-
you have anything to drink on you, by the way?
Not a drop, no.
Good. Prisoner, step away from the door.
I thought I was in charge of this prison. No, when they first put me in this cell, they said I was going to run
Away
it.
from the door. You can go take this piss pot and get the hell out of here.
I'll see you next Sunday, my friend.
Very good, sir. Mr. Dawson, into the
Hey,
jeep.
I missed you.
Oh, I missed you as
Oh,
well.
by the way,
law-abiding
you are
friend.
required by law to... Then he
Fist
hands you a
bump?
set of
No,
chains.
thank you. Oh, the key. Wait, do I have to keep him handcuffed?
It's a prisoner. This is a prisoner transfer. This is what these orders
Oh,
are.
all right. Well, if as you say.
You got
I'll be
anything
watching.
around you?
Dick got dicked.
In the air.
Whoa.
Oh.
I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry.
It's prison, man.
She was in there, or he was in there alone. I don't know what happened.
I am pretty pretty. You didn't notice.
I'm certain you are.
God.
Anyway, I've always find my favorite libation is patriotic music. So let's sing as we drive. Oh, she's a grand old flag. And
I don't know this one.
There's a high flying flag and forever. And I'll sing.
You sing it about the entire 50-kilometer Jeep ride
Oh yeah,
God.
I keep
To-
that music, those patriotic
to
tunes
a
coming.
to a fire base as you have been directed.
2.5
to go
hours
to.
of that.
And
I should be the victim
it's,
here.
you are. It's like one of many other fire bases, limited. It's more of a medical fire base. And standing outside enjoying his morning cup of coffee before the eventual casualty call that will come from someplace far out is Thomas Bigsby.
Bigsby!
Wonder how many are gonna...
We haven't gotten to that yet.
Oh, sorry. All right.
And
That'd be really funny, though.
I know, it's just we pull up.
Oh, God, I'm even hearing them in my head now. It's just been so many... No, you shut up! No! None of you are here right now.
My time. This is our time.
It's my time to enjoy my coffee.
my time,
Nobody dying, no freaking blood, no screams, no nothing. Just coffee. It's not even good coffee.
It's because it's water, sir.
who the hell?
Oh, water serving water!
That's all we got. We haven't got a coffee supply in yet, sir. You know, basic equipment hasn't come back in.
We got plenty of creamer and sugar, but no coffee.
Who the fuck wants cream and sugar with water? And
That
I
was
throw
our
the
one
cup-
for the day.
I mean, we can make Ranger cookies.
And I throw the cup against the wall. The shiver.
The metal tin coffee cup ricochets off the floor and all that. And
Just enjoy some MREs.
why does this taste like toilet paper? That is the toilet paper. Oh, God! And coming in from a very long and steady march back into this regular fire base is Staff Sergeant now, because I guess he got a field promotion. Angstrom Wolf. Marching in,
It's
and then you see
Hey,
Thomas
so-
Bigsby enjoying his not coffee.
I reach in my pocket and I pull out a small bag and I throw it at him.
What's this?
Coffee beans.
Where's the cup?
Damn it! It's a metal cup. It's on the ground right there. I might want to get the blood off of it, but you can still
yeah.
drink out of it.
Oh yeah, sure.
As
Oh,
you hear
blood.
off in the background somewhere.
I didn't accidentally hit anyone with it, did I?
Maybe. I don't know. I just walked in here.
Yeah.
Wolf! Sir Wolf! Telegram!
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna come with you for a little bit, just to, you know.
More than welcome to. I could use some better company than the other grunts that I'm working with.
Sir, telegram for you.
Take it. Open it up.
It is a letter from home. Apparently, after that baseball game you and the wife and the kids saw, you and the wife had a bit of a evening before you left.
Yeah.
Her name is Patricia. Yeah. So there you go. She's sorry she didn't tell you earlier, or if you had kept the letters, it was kind of like wherever your orders were. But
Yeah.
they couldn't bring you back for that.
Got another one.
Ah, so what is it?
Patricia.
What? Oh, letter from the missus.
Yeah.
So, how's she doing?
Not pregnant anymore, apparently.
But, my condolences, man.
You're good, man. Just can't wait to get out of this hellhole. Can't wait to get home.
Both.
And as both of you are celebrating with your half a packet of coffee each,
Yeah.
somehow you hear out in the background somewhere, faintly,
Oh God.
"You're
he's here.
by a flag and forever."
I thought we got rid of Ham, but apparently we didn't.
By the time we get there, I learned the song. I'm singing along wholeheartedly.
Inside her, inside
I
her.
knew I heard
From
something
the
earlier. It's a
thing
premonition.
to the
Hey,
thing.
Dick sounds sober.
Mark.
It's not a great song. I pulled it in a flash, like I can't wait for this.
Hide the liquor.
Hide the liquor. Get him drunk. He's more tolerable that way. He's bitter on him sober.
Not particularly. I've only known him
Awful.
drunk. Really? I mean, how
Awful.
much worse could it be?
Bad.
And at that
That's how
moment,
you got.
probably pull
That's
up.
how you got Dick to sing again. And the Jeep does pull in.
I actually put the future away. Like, nope, I'm not gonna do that. Not today.
Bigsby, Wolf, my old comrades in arms.
Airman, how you doing?
Yeah, you're still alive. All right, you're doing all right.
Haven't been shot in the head yet. No VC sniper took you out.
You got a glow about you. Ain't it news?
None that I want to share with you.
You know, y'all make me feel really left out. I'm the only one here at Chase.
Yeah, what how you got in there, by the way?
You know, I is innocent. They said I'd be ruining that place, and then they put me in a box. That's very rude of them. let me
Cut
tell you.
to
By a box.
earlier on. Your commanding officer is like, so this is like the second time you've shown up drunk on duty, and you are drunk right now.
Well,
The second time that you know of.
Needle and have fun.
Are you drunk, Sergeant?
Well, what is drunk?
Officers.
Drunk could be many a thing.
Officers, put that man in chains. And then we cut back to Dick staring at I'm still in these chains.
I told them I prefer meat camo, so I can blend in and all that. But
Pull
I
the
don't
flash
like
out,
it.
and I take a drink.
Oh, you might want to
And I
lose
put
that.
it away.
Look, whom amongst
Just
us?
looking straight at Dick as I do it.
I'm just gonna start making the coffee.
Now, what do you got in that there flask, my friend? My dear, long time friend.
None of your business.
You got a little boom boom, huh?
It's a gift actually from home. It was a bottle of deer blood. Jägermeister.
Oh boy. It's been a long time since I dabbled in German in the German language. That being it.
As you vomit everywhere. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Jägerbombs aren't bad. Jägerbombs.
I prefer Jaeger straight actually rather than a Jaeger bomb. I'm weird like that. I can't do them. Can't do them.
God, when I was young, yeah. And a boy.
Wow.
It's a twist
Are you
on
not now?
It's that twist on that old line from Hot Shots where it's God, I can't. Lloyd Bridges is standing there and he's like briefing everyone. He's like, "What I wouldn't give to be 20 years younger and a woman." Yeah, that's where I go sometimes, folks. I know this is not a factual version of Delta Green, but you know we're having fun with it, folks.
Oh, that's what matters.
Yes, and please hit that pound sign Delta Green or hit that exclamation point. Type in Delta Green, get your code. Now back to the game. So Hamlin, what brings you to this fire base here?
Well, I believe our presence is requested in a certain Verdant Dawn firebase, somewhere near the Cambodian border.
Is it the treat more wounded?
No.
I think you're missing something there.
Yes, it's DG business.
Okay, good. So I'm the
gringos.
one that's going to be treated. Gotcha.
Yeah. For once, I can save your life once more.
Well, we may all get
Getting shot in the pier.
No. Look, nothing bad will ever happen in Cambodia. I guarantee it. Anyway.
Cut to
Cut.
bloody warfare, then cut back.
Yeah.
Somehow,
Just like all American foreign policies, it will end in freedom, democracy, peace, good health, good business.
then you didn't
liberty,
follow
love,
the
life.
last few wars. Then
Oh, none of them ever went wrong, and it won't go wrong here.
Well, sir,
yeah. American policy is anything.
Well, you know.
aren't you supposed to be the one that's good with them pretty words?
Well,
Sounds
I'll
like
just
you got
He
food
is.
in
We're
your
just
mouth.
dicks.
no.
No,
I'll
I'm Dick.
You're
I'll
an
be
asshole.
honest with you. I'm afraid some of my reading those casualty counts. Sometimes these pretty words are ringing a little hollow, even in my ears. It's
Pull out the flask and hand it to him.
Thank you.
Y'all just fucking with me now.
That's
No,
beans
by all
with
means.
apples.
Oh, come now. Whom amongst us has not been drunk showing up to work? I do it occasionally.
Exactly.
And
Constantly.
This is
I-
my
That was
favorite
2
drug
times
I had.
they knew of.
As this conversation grows, your lieutenant walks up and says, sorry, we just got done resupplying. We're going to head on out.
Cool.
That means you're
Ah,
Yeah.
Verdant Green Ho!
And who are you?
Hamilton Hamlin, airman.
Also my captor.
Yes, and I'm his captor currently.
Why are they showing you?
I'm supposed to go interview Satchel Wade, the
And,
colonel over there.
and I've got to take one of my good sergeants back out into the field. So we need to get going, Sergeant. Unless you have some magic piece of paper that says you don't get to go on this op.
Do I have some magic piece of paper? I'll look
I
at
would
Ham.
assume so.
Yep.
And so you hand him the orders.
Yes,
I could have used this about 15 minutes ago.
Sorry. I need to spell a transfer from MacV to,
Hand over
to
my
my,
orders.
my little Stars and Stripes fact-finding interview
All right,
tour.
Sarge, we'll be back at Case.
I'm gonna play bodyguard.
later on. Oh, I didn't know you had such high friends up there.
Yeah. Look, we get the bodyguard. A parade
Is
of
that
personality and a drunkard.
Isn't that the guy from Our Forces Radio?
Yeah.
That's right. You want to hear some of my great fun characters?
No, we
As
usually
you
turn
read off the
off.
names of the dead.
We usually turn you off
yeah.
because
Oh.
it's bad from rep. All right, Sarge, we'll see you back at Case.
Stay safe out
Speaking
there.
of magic papers, you got the magic key. Jingle jingle.
Let's wait until we get a
I'll
little
put
closer.
a bullet in you if you try to get this off you
Oh,
improperly.
what?
You
Come on.
noticed I didn't take the key. I asked for the key. This polite way of doing
I'll put a
things.
bullet in you and I'll put a bullet in Ham.
Wow.
Besides, Dick
You've
is a
been in
treasured
the-
member of our team.
Exactly.
I mean,
How-
nothing bad would happen if he's released from his chains and/or.
Cut
Except-
to Dick with blood in his mouth as he's like
Except
choking
the
people
fact
with
that
a
we
chain.
obeying
Cut to
disobeying direct orders and releasing a prisoner of the United States military.
But technically,
We could be
that's
court-martialed
not-
if not executed.
But technically, that's not us. See, we're not the ones who broke him out. Isn't that
I don't
right,
like playing this game here. Not in front of my lieutenant.
No, he's already walked back.
Yeah.
out. He's
Oh,
already
good.
organizing and heading back.
Good.
out.
I don't want to play that game
So
in front
Pen-
of my.
So are you all right with?
superior.
I'm on
No.
team.
No. No.
Well, I believe.
I pull him close. I pull him close. Pull everybody kind of close together. Like, not until we're actually at Verdun Dawn.
Oh, I understand
Guessing
your
that things
points.
will change when we're there. We gotta keep it up.
Right.
Gotta keep the charade for now.
Keep up appearances.
I'm a
Understood.
prisoner is too bad.
Exactly. I do a very
Dick.
obvious wink.
I'm always
That's
big.
right, prisoner.
Yeah,
Gouge him
I
with the
should
rubber
not have
ducky they
said
gave
that. I
you.
should not have said that.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
I'm surrounded by assholes.
So we
They're
cut
assholes,
to this
I'll be trying one
wonderful Indiana Jones style map of Southeast Asia, and your fire base driving all the way out to where Verdun Dawn is.
I'm sure we get lost a lot. Lots of fun.
Yeah, lots of fun. There's like postcard pictures of you guys shooting people from the Jeep. You guys taking pictures with
The occasional
With-
shot of dragon's breath.
some pictures of like you and the local populace. And finally, after 2 days, you arrive at Firebase Verdun Dawn, or as other people will call it, the Long Bin Prison Facility. And as the Jeep rolls up, you see a caravan of diesel trucks rolling through, like with the canvas covers covering what's in the back. And the drivers aren't answering to anybody. They're just told to drive to this place.
Interesting. We bring prisoners in for some reason.
It's a prison.
I mean, prison
Of
is,
course.
prison does.
That's true. I mean, aren't we all in a prison, really, of our own minds?
I read
Maybe
something.
you.
I
Maybe
read
you.
something about how this philosopher got so depressed when he heard about how what's the saying? Like your mind is like not like your mind is a prison. But it's like the will to live or whatever was free will is an illusion. So he got depressed about it until somebody said that's no, don't be. And he was like, oh, okay. So
Interesting.
Sounds like an old
What-
philosopher.
what a
It's
good
on
philosopher.
Wikipedia.
Right?
It's on Wikipedia. You guys can look it up because I don't want to get factual errors wrong.
It's cool. We do it all the time here.
Well, we have fun with it.
Yes, exactly.
As you approach the prison, you see a few Marines standing guard in front of the gate, and the doors are opened up, and you're gonna have the Jeep cut up ahead of everybody else and get in.
Yeah, and I'll show the press pass and all that.
All right. Do you have any points in driving? I'm not.
Oh
talking
wait,
like-
wait, what?
Do you get a refresh by the way?
Yeah, you're gonna weave through a lot of trucks. I
Oh,
want to verify.
I got a big old 0 in driving. I think
I have 3, but I've been changed.
Yeah, I know. We gotta wait.
I got nothing to
It'd
drive.
I got
more-
nothing.
it'd
We're
be
not
more-
drivers.
Can we
We're
substitute
fighters.
piloting? Maybe?
Piloting.
Pilot the Jeep.
Well, let's double check the.
Yeah, let's put the prisoner at the helm. It'd be really funny to drive up, like, reach up, like, by the way, we're sucking at driving. We have him drive us.
Or maybe we
Go
can just
great.
have him drive up there, but then quickly switch seats.
Well,
Yeah.
That is really good, especially when I was a little buzz.
Question: do we get a refresh on all of our
yes,
abilities?
everybody got a refresh. And by the way, everybody does have free floating points still. You guys didn't just slam them all in anthropology or something, right?
I did. Every point ever.
Yeah.
You guys could go ahead and move 1 point to the driving skill, so you guys can just make the general.
I really haven't used Filch, and I don't know if I'm gonna ever use it.
I don't really use demolitions on this.
All right,
one.
well, I'll let one of you guys
I'll put a
drive.
point in driving. I'll be driving.
Okay. You want to add a bonus to it? I'm going to say the difficulty is going to be 4. So if you have never played Gumshoe, your difficulties are simple. You're just going to roll 1d6. If you want to add bonuses to succeed, target number. So you added the 1.
I didn't.
So
Do you want to add the one?
Can I add the one after the factor now?
I think you've got to say it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what Patrick did is he rolled a 3, and since he didn't add that extra point, that would give him just a general pass.
no.
It's not a horrible accident.
It's a pretty bad one though.
No, you.
Kill somebody.
So you take the reins as these trucks are driving by, and you just stand on it. So this Jeep is hauling up this hill. Let's say it's been a little wet and rainy, monsoon season, and all that. And the Jeep is rolling, and as the roads were really meant for one vehicle, especially the trucks, it's even rougher.
Yeah.
You managed to put the Jeep on the side of the road, riding it along this hill, and all these trucks are driving, and they look as this Jeep pulls up to the front, and as the Jeep slams back onto flat level road as it gets, you do hear a little snap and twist and crack on the Jeep as it starts to slowly slow down in front of the gate.
I would have piloted it off to the side, out of the way. I would have kind of, as best I could, moved it out of the way. I still
Okay,
had some motion.
and so the Jeep rolls right up next to the wall. You're like, "Sir,
Yep, I know. I fucked up.
I should
You
drive.
might need a little help
That's
here.
I told you.
are all of you supposed to be
I
here?
still do better.
You're an army, and he's army, and
MP,
is
yeah.
he one of?
Drive.
Is he
Gear,
somebody we're supposed to be taking
move it
in?
to the gear. Move it
I look to him.
Yeah, I'll hand
I
out
never
the.
use more than one.
Sergeant Price
How'd you
papers.
guys get an Air Force guy here? Are they so lacking? What?
He's the radio guy. He's expendable.
Well, I mean, if
What?
I was going to say it.
No, not like radio, like like a radio man, but like the guy that's on what's it, Air Freedom, whatever it's called.
Yes, I'm a disc
Armed
jockey.
Forces Radio? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they said somebody was going to come by here.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's expendable as you see. Needed
I'm
for the interview.
here to interview Colonel Wade.
Yeah. And I guess this is your entourage.
That's right.
Plus one prisoner.
I'm just
Yes,
here in
figured
case
we
someone
caught-
gets shot.
He's actually not on our
Prisoner
not on
lock?
our roster.
Oh, must be a little
Must be an
bureaucratic
error.
error. Well, better unlock him.
I'll take the keys and I'll lock him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that's unfortunate. Well,
my sweet Caroline.
we were told to bring it up here, but I guess they must have gotten something wrong. What happens?
Yeah. tells the army to do something as the Marine talks out loud.
That's fine.
Colonel Wade is,
I'm German, so I don't care.
I mean, if you're just gonna say it, I'm right here, dude. You know that, right?
You is a special right here too.
You know what? Thank you, Dick.
yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, one team, one fight. Unless you're the army. Colonel Wade's up in the barracks.
I'll remember that next time you get shot.
Damn, that's a little mean.
You
He
get
apologized.
angry?
He apologized.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there's
Well,
always a
excessive.
friendly rivalry between the Army
Yes.
and the Marines, and
Yep.
the Navy, and the Air Force, and
I don't know
The Coast Guard. We all hit on the Coast
between
Guard.
the Navy and the Marines are that friendly.
so we'll take care of the Jeep. Just gather your things.
Yeah,
You
sorry
guys
about
can
that.
get your interview done. You guys can get the heck out of here.
So I'm driving
Sounds
us to
like a
the
plan.
bathroom.
Yeah, you are.
All right.
Glad you finally recognize my skills. I have more time driving than all y'all combined.
You're also like 30 years older than the rest of us.
And drunk.
Experience.
Not right now, but later he will probably.
I got in a bunch of DUIs my day. It didn't affect me none, you know. Done took away my license though. Can't explain that. But hey, who needs a license if you're just driving around anyway, right? Cut to. We're seeing exterior shots of this firebase / prison that also apparently has a aircraft ramp, and there's AH-1 Huey helicopters with crews manning them. There's an AC-47 propeller plane that has this beautifully articulately drawn dragon on it, and it says underneath it Puff. And you see a lot of cells that have thatched roofs over them, and they're like just like old cages. And they've got locks on them, of course. And standing above it all, as there's not enough like electricity to run a whole lot of generators, there's a man by two large, I would say they're oil barrels, and they've got fire burning in the, hobo barrels, hobo warmers. There's a man that's like standing there at parade rest, and he's looking down at the prisoners that are being processed in and placed into cells. He hears Colonel Wade, Stars and Stripes is here to see you. And then he turns around and it's someone chiseled. It's like a very grizzled, evil version of Captain America. That's what this. I would think that Colonel Wade looks like blonde hair, blue eyes, just gung ho America, but obviously not Captain America. We all know how
Captain America meets the Punisher.
Or Nuke, if you're a fan of comics, that character.
Yeah.
but not as drug addled.
Ooh, fun.
Our boys.
Give me a red. So everybody enters inside this somewhat dark room. I mean, there's like oil lanterns going. There's a very beautiful Vietnamese woman in like one of those like China dresses.
The cheap house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's standing around the table talking to some military advisors that are like the indigenous folk, like Hmong or the Montagnards, and the Hmong and the Montagnard leaders. They're all looking at this map, and the other indigenous resistance actor, the leader of another group, sees all of you walking in, and he like shines this smile, and his teeth are pointed.
Whoa. Cho-Cho?
Yeah, but don't really say it out loud.
Oh, yeah, I won't say that. I mean, they're on our side, aren't they? And America wouldn't ally with anybody if they weren't good, right?
Lies and slander. And I can go into it later.
She's a pretty one, that one right there. Watch me make a move.
Please don't.
Watch me make
Please,
my
please,
moves
please.
as Dick drowns in a toilet bowl somewhere. No, I'm kidding.
Walk
folks. We
away,
wouldn't
wash
do
my
that.
hands.
Dawson down.
Dawson down! Dawson down! Dick is down!
Nobody cried. That's the
I
saddest part.
I am honestly surprised the Stars and Stripes routine worked with everybody, especially if they didn't know what that little green triangle meant.
That's right.
Colonel Wade.
Hamilton Hamlin.
Ancient Wolf.
The famous Dick Dawson.
Yes, yes.
Bixby. Thomas Bixby.
Nice to meet all of you. There are others like us in this group. Some of them were basically plucked for, I wouldn't say positive merit, more like universal, or not universal. I'm in the military. The Uniform Code of Military Justice violations, drug use, assault, fratricide, theft, profiteering, and things are even worse.
It's all the fun stuff.
I wouldn't call it fun, but it
Absolutely.
helps
How dare
motivate.
they?
It was sarcasm.
How dare they break rules and shed blood in a war zone?
As they should shed blood the proper way.
Yes, right. Yes, sure.
I understand from your previous case officer, who sadly is currently in Subic recuperating.
Poor man.
How's
They
he
gonna give
doing?
him robo legs. You just wait and see.
Robo legs?
It's the way of the future.
Maybe.
I'm sorry. I
$6 million man.
6 million. What?
Prosthetics. He means prosthetics.
Like a hook for legs.
I understand.
No.
However, I
It really meta there.
I believe the purpose
That's not a
for all of you here would be to catch up on those loose ends. That missing senator, I believe, is a very top priority for XCOM.
Missing senator, missing senator's
his
son.
son.
The senator's
Yeah,
son.
Harry.
Yes, or Henry. Yes. Is
I-
he? Oh, go ahead.
I believe Lieutenant Johnson did send me some initial intelligence, and believe it or not, your good boy Henry is exactly where we're going.
Great.
Excellent.
Excellent. Love when things fall, when a planet comes together.
Yeah, you should. There's a contemporary of mine. I called him Hannibal. He loved it when a plan came together. That's right, folks. 18 jokes. Get on it. Yeah.
So where exactly is that? You've ascertained the exact location?
Yes, the exact location is a temple at Bantalat. There's a Black Lotus field that is growing nearby. My associate Muse and what's a good way to put this? My reason for being here. She is talking to the indigenous folk, and it starts sounding a lot more like Brando in Apocalypse Now when he starts going on and on about this plan. You see, they seek to cause us fear, and our response must be to cause them fear. So we're going to utilize what we have with us here, and he points over to the airstrip. That AC-47 has 3 7.62mm miniguns. It fires at an extreme rate of fire. We're going to be using that to assault the temple, along with the lovely volunteers, and he points down all the cells. The lovely volunteers we have downstairs.
You were going to send these prisoners to, like, a penal battalion, I suppose?
Well, the deal was made with Long Bin that we would allow them to do this last patriotic duty, and then they would be allowed to return home with honor and dignity like they deserve, as all Americans do.
If they make it that far.
Yes, and from the intelligence I've gathered, there could be a few small regiments of Viet Cong and NVA forces, but not enough that it would impede us, because we're going in there quick and fast. Blitzkrieg, right?
Yep.
Good.
Really wrong is out of the way, but yes, that's the right term.
We're sons of bitches. Don't know what we're up against.
I know. Well, you can tell Hamlin is upset about all this, but he's not saying it. Though he's kind of simmering as he's glaring at the colonel there.
Now, I understand you're going to bring this boy home, but you will all be observers. But I will expect each and every single one of you to pick up a rifle and fight.
Understood.
Yep.
I mean,
The
if you
Dao
don't
Sam
mind
that
using your
occupy the
shot.
Temple of Anka, they will, odds are, fight back.
So we expect nothing less.
I need a drink.
So the plan is simply you're going to go over to the temple with
There's not much left.
Huff the Magic Dragon out there, and then just send in these prisoners, and that's it.
We're going to occupy the temple. We're going to destroy whatever is there, because we believe there's a summoning that will eventually take place.
Oh my. What exactly is being summoned?
Only imagine nothing good.
I can imagine lots of teeth.
Tentacles.
Teeth and tentacles.
Some would say hypergeometry.
Perhaps something that would only exist in your most fevered, drunken imaginings, Mr. Dawson. Well, we must shut it down, even if it means dealing with this rather monstrous plan. We'll be there alongside you just to get the boy out and save what lives we can.
Anka is not going to be cooperative, so I need everything you all have, and I know we get this, then it'll be over, and you all will bring that boy home, and you all will be able to go home and enjoy your lives. Now, if you'll excuse me, I believe we're going to have a little bit of a celebration for the gentleman downstairs to want to go ahead and serve this organization. So, that's why, and it starts descending into madness. There is like kegs of beer brought out and loud music and everything else.
Oh man!
Feast, and they bring out a boar from out of nowhere. Like,
What?
Wait, what the-
I abstain from the alcohol. And
Are there like hard drugs available? Hamlin.
I want to kind of pull Hamlin aside for a second.
Yeah, no. Hamlin's going. If there's hard drugs, Hamlin wants them.
Wow!
Yeah,
You broke bad fast, dude.
I know.
You're not
We're
going
watching the
through
descendants
withdrawals,
of a
are
man.
Yeah, a guy who doesn't believe to live for tomorrow.
Yeah, Hamlin is also getting trashed on the beer as well. I'm sure.
Well,
perhaps
then
with
we
Dawson.
is getting close.
Yes. Let's do it.
I'm
Yes.
an all-American!
You two did drugs together on
Why
that
not,
trip
eh?
to
I
the
mean, it's
base,
not.
didn't
After
you?
all, victory's right around the corner, isn't it? Just a little send a gunship overhead, and then just send in all these prisoners, like the Nazis and the Soviets used to do. That's us now, isn't it? The good guys. Woohoo!
Yeah, I really want to pull Hamlin aside at sometime during the night before he gets too blotto.
Okay.
If that's okay with you.
Yeah, you guys can RP that one out.
Wolf,
Hey, Hamlin.
my good man, drink. We're all getting just trashed, aren't we?
Yes, you are.
Mm.
Look, I saw you in the meeting. You looked very uncomfortable about all of this.
Oh, well, why? A good patriot like me, eh? And here we are, defending America. Isn't that what we're supposed to be doing out here? In this jungle, to these people? Just bringing the lights of civilization, eh? With that little magic dragon flying around while we send a bunch of poor fellows whose only crime is that they sought relief, or, God forbid, they shot somebody in a war zone. Now they have to be in prison and sent in this suicide mission. Oh, yes. God bless America, eh?
Hamlin, I'm gonna say something that my father had once told me. Because I grew up in some really dark times, especially in German history. And we did not do great things. And at the end, many soldiers said, I was only following orders.
This with isopropyl?
I poke him in the chest and I say this. Your first duty is to your conscience. You know, great for you to have patriotic spirit for your country. But when push comes to shove, man, you do not take these sort of things lying down. You do not accept that's how it is because of what country you're from. Your first duty to yourself and to all of humanity is your conscience. If you don't like what you're seeing, then don't do it. Stand up for it. And yes, that will mean your life sometimes, and hopefully it doesn't. When push comes to shove, sometime these next couple of days, dude, if you don't see what you like, and if you think something bad is going to happen, man, you get the fuck out of there. You follow what your first instinct is. Someone needs to get out of this alive. And I don't know who is. None of us might at all in the end, to be honest. But
well, thank
somebody
you.
needs to get out of
I was raised to believe in all of it, the flag and so on. And
you can believe in all of that, man. You can.
Well, that's the
believe in
thing.
it. But
Engstrom, I don't know if I can anymore. It just seems like a rather rotten, just a bunch of bullshit that I was writing and spreading, and then I come out here and it's all the death just has blown it all away, and it's just.
There's still so much good.
Dead leaves and shafts.
There's still so much goodness among the American people that you can extol. This is going to be a dark period for all of us. I mean, being out there with the Phoenix Project, I have done some pretty awful shit that I'm going to take to the grave with me, and it's not happy. And I don't know how I'm going to turn out to get home. But just because you see all this doesn't mean this is what America is. Germany is not defined by the Nazis. Germany is defined by the conscience of its people, and it let themselves down. They let themselves down, and when Hitler came to power, but they can come back, and so can America. And it starts with people like you. You see this awful stuff that's going on here, and you realize it's awful, and you work towards a better tomorrow.
Wow, it's almost as if it's prophetic. Like we should be saying this right now.
I would think so.
We can learn a lot from the Germans, especially how they treated themselves after. A lot of West Germans
and how they're
still live
helping out
with the guilt.
So,
Shut.
meanwhile,
then I go and have a single beer.
Yeah, Hamlin's just like sitting down and like kind of crying to
I'm
himself.
gonna get us a beer.
In the
We'll sit down
darkness,
together.
yeah.
and
That's it.
as you guys are sitting down,
He's gonna lose his suit jacket too.
Good call.
Start undoing buttons on his shirt. He doesn't
you're
give
taking off your fatigue shirt. and all
Yeah,
that
he's just
stuff.
opening it up.
You look like you're having fun.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, we are.
I mean,
Far out, man.
this might be our last night alive, so live a little.
And I'm with my best friends on it. Not be a better day.
Pass that shit, brother.
I'll also join you.
Ooh, that's good.
Y'all want to live to my age, just keep nights like this going, you'll always be young. That's how I live to be my age. With
And
all
we-
my luscious gray hair that is all falling out.
And we
You're bald? You said that.
Wow, that's kind of a nice
You're bald.
revelation about Dawson.
It makes a lot of sense, actually.
Just the
But he's
patch hair.
hairless.
Just the patch at the top. Okay,
Bald.
yeah, that's perfect.
Bald spot.
You come over?
No, because I don't have enough.
Makes sense.
is it like a really, really tight crew cut?
No, it's just peach fuzz around the sides.
So I was gonna say like you shave your head, but you have like the landing strip flat top crew cut.
Tiny too.
Cool.
So
Well
like
shaved.
the-
Well shaved.
well shaved.
Oh no, it's natural.
You're like a very militant Mr. Clean.
Whoa.
Y'all gonna live to be really old, and I'll be happy to see it. You just don't know. What were we talking about again?
And we cut the black.
Yeah, I forget.
Yeah.
And it's the next morning, and the sounds of Hueys being spooled up, like the top rotors, the tail rotors, the C-47 with the miniguns attached to it. Puff the Magic Dragon is correct. That was there was the nomenclature for that as Puff the Magic Dragon. This was before they had the AC-130 that you saw in Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
Way before that.
So that the infamous black and white,
Yeah, with the IR cameras and everything. They did have C-130s that were fitted for that. They were being used in limited points of time. The majority of the time, they were using Spooky, the gunship, the AC-47. The more you know. The more you know.
I think that's a really dark history here, you guys.
This is stuff that eventually helped us win other battles further on down the line. It helped us in our preparation for if we had to push into East Germany and repelling the Russians from rolling over the Rhine. So you see a lot of special forces types, pararescue men, tactical air control party members. They've got radio backpacks. You see about 40 U.S. Marines that are jumping on helicopters. This is a joint operation. Then you see like the indigenous folk that are walking up to the helicopters. They're all dressed for war. They've got like
Are these the population of the Verdun Dawn?
These are like the Hmong and the Montagnards that were brought in to help fight.
But the population of Verdun Dawn are American soldiers?
Yeah, it's just a regular fire base.
Mm-hmm. Are the Cho-Cho going along?
Yeah, I see a lot of them. They're like they're rocking in, rolling in.
Yeah.
They're rolling in like
Watch
they
those.
look like they're thugs. Like they've got #thug life rolling in.
Mm-hmm.
And they're
Gold
in like
chains.
put together. They're not really chains. They've got like mishmashed uniforms. They're wearing regular clothes. They aren't really carrying like regular like U.S. military
Like
weapons.
condiments, salt and pepper for the.
Yeah, they have a bandolier of salt and pepper or oregano.
Yeah,
Like some of them are just they've got like makeshift weaponry, old school like World War II era, maybe even like black powder muskets.
Wow. Those still work?
You don't mess with tradition, especially like when the I don't want to say Taliban, but the Mujahideen were using Enfields and stuff.
It's true.
Fighting Russians in Afghanistan. So it looks like war is about to be declared on this little tiny temple, and they're pushing you guys into a helicopter. And one of the guys that's sitting in the helicopter, one of the inmates, his uniform says Poe, and the guy next to him, his uniform says Lepus.
Poe and Lepus?
Poe and Lepus.
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 Do we know any of these guys? Or they got the green? They have the green triangle of.
They are regular soldiers. Lepus, I don't think you would know him, but your modern day counterparts would.
They're the two survivors.
Those were two of the many survivors, or two of the many survivors who survived this operation. But the helicopters spool up. They rise into the sky.
Are they wearing any sort of rank insignia?
No. Any rank insignia was probably ripped off the uniforms they were issued last minute. So that way no one knew who they were.
Yeah.
They just had the name tags and stuff.
Anybody else not feeling too good?
How much did you drink yesterday?
When was yesterday?
Ah, shit.
And this is why we should have cut the cuffs on him. Should have cut the cuffs on him, Poe.
Hair of the dog, maybe?
I need Dick to make a stability check.
Oh, cool.
I need you to beat it with a beat a 4.
3 to 4. Okay.
Look at that.
You feel a little Technicolor yawn coming on, but you stifle it down.
Yeah, that's awesome.
As the doors of the Hue are still open, and you're like hanging, you got like your support clip on the back, and you're like, ooh, okay, we're in the air. Oh,
I'm all
Paint the
better.
trees.
I'm all better. Oh, God.
If you need to throw up, do it on the side of the plane. It's better to let it out than keep it in.
And
It's true.
you hear on the radio of the helicopters, Obsidian, this is Obsidian Actual. This is Colonel Wade. I want you all to know that you all are doing America proud, and you're going to be helping fight, and you're going to be helping liberate these sons of bitches from whatever horrible things they're doing to our boys, because they've also got POWs out there, and we're going to be damn sure to bring them home. CDN 5, which is helicopter number 5, the one you guys are on, you will be handling the demolition of the facility. Check the A3 bag that's on the helicopter.
Check the bag.
C4.
Yes. Right up my alley.
Nice.
You all are going to support that
Keep-
demolitionist.
Keep the detonators away from the packages.
Ooh.
Because they're not active until they're primed. And you can shoot with bullets and they won't do anything.
Nice.
Yep. They actually used it to cook with, too.
Ooh.
They would light it up with their lighter, and it was like one of those sterno lamps.
I guess C4 doesn't actually explode if you light it on fire.
It's got to be electrically
Yeah,
actuated.
it's great.
Fun
really
times,
cool, actually.
Yeah.
So, the helicopter's going in, and everybody starts landing. They set down at least 5 clicks away. Everybody disembarks. Everybody's marching. Got like a firing line going on. All these GIs, all these indigenous resistance folks. And over there on the left-hand side on your horizon is this C-47 streaking across the sky. And then you see over a hill and through some lightly wooded areas. And there are some hills and look like trenches. You see the temple.
Ooh.
And
So
And-
I'm blowing up the temple.
yeah, you guys, your goal is to blow up the temple. and
Does
blow
it
up
look
the-
like an Angkor Wat, or is it more?
I would say it
weird?
looks a little bit like an Angkor Wat, but not as densely populated with reliefs and like.
Angkor
bridges
Wat,
and stuff.
Raleigh style.
Yeah, so like, is it more really? Yeah, like, does it look Lovecrafty?
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
a little
I don't know, what am I saying?
Lovecrafty. It looks
trying to
Lovecraft-esque.
Oh, cool.
So it's
A place from our nightmares.
Yep.
Are there like? Can we see? Are there like NVA or Viet Cong like around there?
I would like for you to use a skill.
Oh
That would be notice.
Okay, yeah, I do have notice. Where is it though?
It's in technical abilities.
Okay. Wait, nope, I don't have notice. Or
You-
wait, maybe I do. I'm trying to think what I could get rid of. Alright, I'm just gonna get rid of military. Okay, yeah, I do have notice now.
All right.
I'll spend it.
Okay, there's no need to roll for your investigative skills. That's right.
Oh,
When
okay.
you want to investigate something, you just use the point, and the clue is yours.
Nice.
So, Inca, as you can see, there's like a couple of individuals that look like they are worshippers of some kind. They don't have like basement cloaks or whatever, so they don't see the light of day. But very spiritual folks that are banging on tambourines, and they've got the finger symbols going. And you see a couple other people that are working like the lotus fields
But
nearby.
are they like armed though?
No, they are not armed.
Huh.
Be
This
careful.
This is concerning.
Not really. That's pretty typical.
you think they're going to go for their weapons or?
If they're not armed, then there are people who are armed nearby. Lulls into a false sense of security.
Maybe.
I'm not saying that we shoot them all, but I'm just saying that we keep on our toes because not all is as it seems.
Your notice skill. You also see like some patches of grass, and some of the hill line looks like it was man-made. Like they pushed some of the hills up, so that way it would look like maybe there was a tunnel there. And some of the grass patches look out of season, I guess is one way to put it.
Spider holes.
Yeah, there may be some entrenchments over there, but I take the. Do I have like an M16 and?
Yeah, all of you are issued M16s. The medic
Yeah.
Thomas, I believe they give you a sidearm, so you have like a 1911. But everybody is equipped with M16s.
Including me?
You are a medic, so your goal and duty is to patch people up.
Well, get the dime.
M16 is at 1d6 plus 1?
Yes. Damage for a lot of weapons in Delta Green aren't aren't exactly D20s on up. The M16, I know it's 5.56, but you got like 3 to like 25 of those damn things flying at you. It's gonna hurt, so we're gonna go with D plus 1.
Ooh.
Okay.
Because I think they're using like the imperial measurements, but actually no, it's gonna be D plus 0 because 6.5mm rifles are smaller. That makes sense. So it's gonna be a D plus 0. So it's just gonna be your D6. It's gonna tell your damage. It does have automatic fire, so if you say you are going full auto, you do get that lethality rating. So,
all right, I'm gonna be like, I don't want to fight. I don't want to kill North Vietnamese soldiers. They're defending their country. We shouldn't even be here. I'm not going to stain my hand in innocent blood, and I take the magazine out of my rifle.
I pull it aside. I take the magazine, I put it back in. Look, I get it. You're right. You don't have to. But keep that in there in case you need to defend yourself. Taking another life in defense, not great, but understandable.
True.
Defend yourself. Get out of your life.
Okay. I'll keep it in, but
Just
if there's something that is inhuman, I will perhaps fire on that if there's no alternative, but I don't. This isn't worth any more lives. This conflict isn't worth it.
Let's try to get in and get out as best we can, as fast as we can,
Well,
and as quietly as we can.
Yeah.
Very good, very good.
Let's make sure all of us go home today, right, boys?
I mean,
That's true.
I get
I do want to go home.
I get where you're coming from, man, but don't disarm yourself. Or keep yourself. This is not dangerous. This is not good country. They won't shoot you. They'll shoot you because you're an American man. So they're saying they'll shoot you because I look American enough.
Sure, I suppose.
Think about it this way. If you get out of here, you can use your little radio device to tell people the truth about this place.
Yes, I just don't want to say that I killed some North Vietnamese soldier who was just defending his country
Well,
for.
don't say that.
Well, I don't because I don't want to kill.
Then,
hey, you want to move this zone circle up? We got a fucking job to do. There's my one.
Oh boy. Understood. I amble along.
So,
Yeah,
I would like to say,
I know.
as you all are ambling on to destiny and conflict, now would be a wonderful time to take a few minutes, because after we come back from the break, oh boy.
it gets bad.
What is
It gets bad.
Absolutely nothing. I've heard that. So we'll be back in a few minutes.
Ooh.
And in red letters, you died.
Wait,
And then the
You
fire,
died.
and then the fire starts with the sword because it's loading the map back up.
Yeah.
All right, Dark Souls for you.
Roll all ones, damn it.
Historically speaking, this is not actually how it went down. It is always going to be the interpretation of the GM who is running any game of Delta Green in any period, whether it is the Arc Dream original version of Delta Green or the Fall of Delta Green, which we are playing right now. Exclamation point Delta Green. Does that give them that $5 off if I say it out loud?
What the heck? what do you...
The cool thing is the
want
$5
$5
off is pro hashtag time to FODG. That's pro hashtag time to Fall of Delta Green.
Yes. This is, like I said, this is just an interpretation of the events that occurred that day in November of 1969. So I don't have a whole lot of modern or era-specific miniatures, so we're just going to have to settle for a lot of the D&D figurines that I still have readily available. They packed up all my stuff
Let's
today.
do it.
And all my gaming stuff is on its way to Korea. So, yeah. It's all my D&D books, plus a bunch of other books, plus a bunch of other books, and an Xbox. Don't go through my stuff when it gets there.
Or do, and then just play everything.
So, As all of you begin your long and steady march to either hope or oblivion, I need to know an exact marching order. Who is where out of these 4 figurines?
You should be in the middle so you don't die.
Oh yeah,
I'm probably leading.
I can't
Okay.
normally with
I don't know why the demolitionist is leading.
Is this a fair representation of Angstrom right here?
Is that a pistol or is that an AR?
That's an AR.
Yeah.
Everybody's got ARs. So
Except for our medic.
I believe this very militant Mr. Green fits very well for Valerie. These miniatures that I have here, I bought them from Spectre, especially for the Fall of Delta Green and or any other military-related game I want to be running in the future. So, is this 4-block? Does that work for you guys?
I mean, I would wish a little more spread out, but
Okay.
personally,
So
I
about
don't want a
right
rogue grenade to kill us all.
So about right here's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll be out in the open.
Since you're in the front and you are advancing, and everybody else is advancing, I wouldn't say you guys are running. You guys are in a cautious, steady pace. Who has sense trouble?
I do.
trouble.
Go ahead and make a 4 or beat a 4.
I'm gonna use a point for sense trouble.
Okay. Oh my god!
Oh no! Step on a bouncing Betty.
Is there any way any of us could make it or help them out or something?
God.
His flankers, perhaps?
Huh? His blinkers?
Flankers.
Flankers?
People on the flank.
Yeah.
Dead.
Bye guys, this has been fun. I'm dead.
I'm not gonna lick
I
just
died before combat
Put
began.
an arm in front of them or something.
Wow.
As you are walking forward,
No.
you hear commotion, obviously in Vietnamese, and the oddly patterned grass thatches that Hampton saw earlier flip up, and standing there are what looks to be a non-Vietnamese gentleman and a Viet Cong soldier. The Viet Cong soldier has an RPK-74, so a light machine gun, like a large magazine.
no! I'm sorry.
The Eastern European-looking fellow has an AK, and they're going to start firing.
Okay.
So,
Extra, get down!
I'm gonna assume everybody also has flak jackets because that would be the standard issue armament at the time.
Okay.
One of them does wing you for 3 points of damage.
Is that removed from health?
Yes.
Okay. Ouch.
So you take a slug, let's say in your arm or your shoulder or your leg, but you are still alive.
Okay.
The RPK does miss because I'm not letting them burn points just yet. But
Okay.
war is on. So since all of you have your weapons at the ready, you guys are allowed to go ahead and fire. I just will need you guys to go one at a time. So who wants to rock and roll first?
I can.
Okay.
That would make the most sense.
I'm gonna take a shot at the Viet Cong, the VC.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go full auto. Actually, no, this would be a good place to go full auto. How many points did we go full auto?
So for
2 points, correct?
firearms, you can for full automatic. We're gonna go through some more pages. I know this is like tense, folks.
Yeah, Engstrom's life hangs in the balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
I mean, how many health points do you have left?
He's got
3.
3.
3.
so going rock and roll full ammo or full burst. You're letting the whole 20 out. You have to spend at least 5 extra firearm points.
5 extra firearm points.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's 5 to go full auto, and then whatever other points you want to add.
I had to burn all my points to go full auto, but I could take how many targets can I hit with full auto?
I am Or you can also fire a 3-round burst, and that's 3 points. So for each 3 points in the margin of your result, you do 1 extra instance of damage to a maximum of 3. So you can fire off a 3-round burst.
But with full auto, could I hit multiple people with full auto or no?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go full auto and try to hit the 2 in the spider hole.
Okay.
So my fire round points. So how did they just roll 1 for each?
We'll go for a total.
How many dice do I roll?
You roll just 1. So 2 plus 5, that's 7. You hit them. So, roll your damage.
Just 1 for each.
All together.
So,
Well, let's see. You're gonna roll 6 damage, or 2 damage dice for each of them.
4 and a 3.
You clip the Russian, and he decides to descend back further into the hole, and you take out the VC shooter right there. The spider hole right here opens up, and there is another Eastern European gentleman and another Viet Cong. They proceed to open fire this way. So that is who again?
Hampton.
Yeah, it's Hamlin there.
And that is
Medic. Tom.
That is Tom.
Tom Bodette.
Bigsby.
Let the light on.
Let the light on.
We're gonna kill Tom Bodette.
I do have like a 4 damage.
Yeah. So
Might be alright.
Oh yeah.
and I said they're aiming at Hampton, if I recall correctly. So the burst that the European gentleman fires misses. The attack from the Viet Cong does hit
Great. Just as Hampton
For-
just realized the injustice of war.
for 1 point of, actually 2 points
2
of
points?
damage.
To each of us?
Hampton.
Okay. Wait. So did I start the?
So you're at
I think
5.
Okay, you start at 5.
You colored up to 7, right?
Oh right. Yes.
Yeah. So
that's true.
you're down to 5.
Okay.
Oh, this is bad.
So, Hampton, you took fire. Now it's time to figure out flight or fight.
Okay. In his pain, Hampton he doesn't want to kill these people.
So you can just drop prone.
I'm gonna drop prone. I'm gonna try and fire like over their heads maybe.
All right.
But I don't,
You fire off a round or 2, like to try to scare them.
Yeah.
Do you have intimidation at all?
I do actually. Oh wait, well I do now. I love this system.
The Russian feels as if, yes, they are Russian. The Russian feels as if this isn't really worth it, especially if somebody's just going to drop to the ground. They've already given up, so they run away.
Yeah, good idea.
The VC is not a big fan, and he is going to go ahead and fire back the next opportunity he gets.
Okay. Can I talk to him in Vietnamese? I do have foreign language, but I've got 3 in that.
I'd love to, but
Yeah, I
go
don't have
ahead
time
and-
to role play this out. Of
Yeah.
just like I don't want to kill you. Let's go back.
Get back in your hole.
Yeah, get back in your hole so we can go over and fight the Lovecraftian monsters. Not you, the innocent Vietnamese peasant defending his country from American imperialism. That's right. Hamlin's going there. This war is a joke.
Shit!
Yeah, I know. The motherfucking generals ought to be on the front line, not us. Fuck.
Keep it down.
Yeah, I know.
The guy
Not the
drops
right time
behind
for
you.
this, but he doesn't care. Hamlin has lost it.
And as this gunfight goes on, you see like other spider holes start to open up, and VC NVA forces start flocking over towards other GIs. The C-47 starts letting out its fury, and you hear mortars flying. You hear the and one goes off nearby, not near you guys, but
That was
nearby.
fantastic.
Thank you. I tried.
Yeah, like cool
By
stuff.
the way, I do that Michael Winslow thing. I went to that
Regular.
No, I did not.
The bleeps, the creeps,
and the sweeps.
God.
Dick, militant Mr. Green. What's he gonna do?
Hampton down! Oh no!
So you're gonna fire?
I am going to fire over Hampton, of course, thinking that Hampton's dead, trying to kill the person that shot Hampton, because all I saw was him going to the ground.
So you're gonna.
No, wait, I'm still alive. Don't kill him.
Too late. Pull the trigger.
Yeah.
All right, V.
Hampton down. Wait.
I'm sorry, guys. I realize I'm like now.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I
Be
gotta-
in character. Be in character.
I gotta be in
That's a good
character.
So it's
You're
your
right.
You gotta be you.
thing. Alright, so
I do.
will
I'm a peace snake now.
throw human firearms into the
Okay.
shot.
So
And you took
Then
one
I
of them
roll
out
it?
in your own
Yep.
way.
That's true. Yeah,
so
I'm
I
trying
got
to scare
4.
him.
Yeah.
you hit him. Go ahead.
Nice.
Roll for
We're rolling
damage.
bad
Oh,
tonight.
okay.
What's that?
3.
You drop the Viet Cong. You hit him like center mass, and he drops.
Hampton, no!
I'm okay. I'm still alive.
Hampton, no!
No, I'm fine.
He's
I'm
alive.
okay.
You shouldn't do that. Give me a heart attack. Don't you
Well,
know how old I is?
I'm sorry about your age.
You do hear
Mr.
off in the
Dawson.
distance that
Oh.
there are more people scrambling around, getting ready
Oh,
for
God.
what's going to come over this hill, because this is basically a drop into the terrain.
So we're on higher ground dropping in.
Yeah.
Great.
So okay.
Coincidentally,
Get
do
brass.
we have grenades?
Yeah, you guys have like a grenade or two. I'm not gonna say you guys have infinite grenades.
A
There's
grenade
no Call of Duty. I'm gonna drop
Yep.
a grenade when I die.
Give a grenade to a demolitions expert. That's always a great idea.
Yeah.
Well, you could always take, or he could always take it from him while you're patching him up.
Might as well.
Your arms are still intact enough.
You're gonna
I got
advance
winged
forward
in
and
my left
patch
arm.
up.
Not my
Yeah,
dominant.
both
Not my dominant.
Hamilton and
Dominant.
Engstrom. See
Okay,
if I can assess
you'll
the
be able
damage.
to fix one of them this turn.
All right, who's hurt the worst?
Yeah,
Probably
yeah,
me.
Yeah.
Yeesh, let you up good.
So
Only
the
an
tides
arm
have turned.
So,
The turns of tide.
so there'll be a first aid or medicine.
Yeah, it'll be a first aid check.
All right, I'll put 2 on this.
Okay.
6
Whoa.
or 8 total.
You pop the bullet out with a spoon. You use a time-honored technique,
Quit your whining.
and you bind the bandage up quick and tight. And
Dang.
Angstrom is patched back up the foot.
And I pat him on the back. You're good.
I guess that makes up for me when you got shot and nearly died.
Yeah, damn right.
Did you hand off your grenade to me?
Huh? Yeah. Also, see those bastards over there? Blow them
Well,
up.
technically they're on the other side of the hill, so I know they're there.
You throw it next
You
to
hear
them,
them,
maybe?
don't you?
Here's an idea. Don't blow them up. Just putting that one out there.
Hampton, war's done something to you.
Yes, it's all the war.
Hampton, you can get out of here with your conscience intact, but
Oh.
let the rest of us do our jobs.
Sorry,
Maybe.
Let me take this burden. Not your fault.
It's gonna be okay.
So
Oh, my.
you're gonna accelerate up to the hill and then lob one.
Yeah, as stealthy as I can.
Okay, how much do you have in stealth?
I got 10 in stealth.
You can be
So they're gonna have to make awareness checks, and I'm gonna go ahead and look up the what a
What's
soldier
that?
can do, because these are soldiers. They're not completely ill-disciplined jerks. They were trained, obviously, by some sort of organization that, rhymes with Russia. So, go ahead.
They're not our enemies. All men are brothers. Sorry.
He's not Russian. He's my brother.
So, what am I rolling a stealth check?
Yeah. So the difficulty is going to be 3, maybe 2, because war is going on in the background.
I'm gonna pump 2 in there just in case.
Okay.
So this gives me a guarantee.
Ooh.
Good call. 'cause I rolled
yeah.
a 1. These dice are killing me. Literally.
Oh, yeah. You've
These dice are
some
literally
bad
killing me.
rolls today.
You snake and sneak all the way up there to the overcropping of the hill. You're in low prone position, and you see that some of the Viet Cong are getting ready to mount a counterattack. They don't see you because they're talking to each other. They're saying be on the lookout.
Which one's the biggest cluster of them?
Probably that group of 4 right there.
So I'm aiming.
Alright, so throwing your grenade, go ahead and make a demolitions check.
I'm gonna put 3 into that one as well. Great, because I was a 1.
Wow.
Oh no,
wow.
Patrick!
Four?
What?
Yeah,
What's
so
going
4
on
total.
with
Or
you?
did you just use this one?
You
that
hear,
Holy
or you
shit!
you
This is
toss
like
it
the third one of the
because you lob it like you were a pro in baseball. I guess watching the Dodgers game really worked out for you. And you sling that son of a bitch right into like one of them's like you hit him right in the back of the head. And it looks like
Huh?
what the boom. So quickness modifier of 1. I'm gonna go ahead. You rolled a 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't see it coming. Nor did they hear it coming. The guy who turns around and looks at you, grenade goes off. So I want you to go ahead and roll your damage.
4.
I am going to say that they're non-existent anymore. Their
they
hit
exist, they're
threshold
just
is 3, and their health is 5, I would say. But I'll go ahead and say their health is 4 because not only is it going to move the fight along, but this is war, and I don't think dice have a factor in real-time conflict. So the grenade goes off. Those 4 NVA soldiers
Piles.
get shorter.
Oh.
And my height.
Oh, they get lighter.
They get lighter too
Whoa.
as they're blown apart. These guys up here, though, they do take notice that there's a guy on the hill.
Oh
they,
no!
They take up defensive positions and they start moving back. They
Dang
start
strong.
firing, but the bullets don't really hit anywhere because it's more
Covering
of a,
fire.
Yeah, it's covering fire. It's like
To get me to duck down.
Yeah. So, Hampton, you're prone on the ground, and you just heard a grenade go off with your brothers.
Okay, so is he in any direct danger? Do I need to?
No,
over and
you're-
pull him
you're
down
some
to
of that
support him?
wonderful
Or do I
speech
can I not
work.
even see?
You could see him. You saw him running up, and then him throwing the grenade,
And then bullets.
and then you saw him duck down a little bit for the
A lot of
for
gunshots.
the covering fire.
Looks like they're retreating.
All right.
Good time to try to get them to drop their arms.
Okay. I'll roll over to the top. I'll crawl to the top of the hill real fast and shout out, "My brothers, we are both tools of the same war machine. There's no reason for us to fight. There's a further greater enemy against all of humanity in there." Fuck. What did they roll there?
They rolled a very, very bad roll.
All right. I'm
A
A bullet strikes you right across the side of your head.
Ugh. Should I take some more damage there?
3 points of damage.
All right. So I was at 5. I
Yeah.
joined over my threshold. Now I'm at 2.
Yes, and I'm going to need you to go ahead and make a stability check.
That's all right.
Because
he's
you are
smart.
being
Go
shot
get
at.
him.
Dang.
So
Sure.
I need you to be a 4.
Okay. So can I add anything to it? Or it's just roll?
This is a simple straight roll.
Okay. This is a 3.
Okay. So
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I might need your help there if it's possible.
if anybody has psychotherapy,
I
don't
do.
know.
I
So-
don't! Not this character!
Your stability is what?
It's a 4.
You rolled a 4, right?
No, I rolled a 3.
Okay. You're going to go ahead and take 4 off of your stability.
Okay, that's means 0.
Really? Your
Oh, wait.
stability should have gone back up to...
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to reset.
So you're going to be at 6 out of
Okay.
10.
You're right.
And...
Oh my god, that was bad.
Hey, this is war. It happens.
Yeah,
a lot
like-
of people are,
He would have lost his mind.
yeah.
You bet I'm growing growing the hair out after this.
You're actually Bob.
Oh, that'd be an interesting twist.
Bob
But
doesn't
I don't
make it
know.
out. You
So,
They used to call me Hampton
This is
Hamilton.
such
Now they
happy
call me
music.
Now they
Bob.
call me Bob.
yeah, you are starting to feel a little bit shaken.
He
over-
shook.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
He shook it.
He's been shooken.
to be honest, it started
So
out.
it's
It's just going further.
You're
along.
blinking a lot more, and you're maybe starting to do a little bit of flop sweat.
Hey, you okay there? You okay?
No, I'm decidedly not okay. Nor is this entire world okay.
Keep your head down.
Dick, what are you gonna do, buddy?
I would like to army crawl up to my compadres so I don't get
Compadres?
shot in the face.
Good idea.
Okay.
And to take aim
Which one?
at those who are shooting at us.
At
Are
me,
you gonna go rock and
apparently.
roll?
No.
Are you gonna fire a burst, or are you gonna just fire an individual shot?
I would, if I can, duck and down, shoot
Yeah.
a shot at the one that's closest to us.
Okay, since you're laying prone and you're in a supported position, I'll give you a +1 for your firearm check. So go ahead and these are all just made up on the fly and all that stuff. These aren't the actual rules. If you want to read the real rules, go ahead and pick up that PDF, The Fall of Delta Green.
$5 off.
$5 off! Exclamation point. Time to Fall of Delta Green. And we're back. Go ahead, B. Make your shot.
All
I'm
right.
just sitting here and I see the
Actually, I'm
zombie
ready
roll you
for
have
this
out there.
other
I'm
dice.
afraid of what it is.
Oh, that's
Come
just.
on, come on.
Oh shit, it's a 6.
Dang.
Alright, go ahead and. Go ahead, roll for damage.
She took all my high rolls.
Probably pick the better dice.
And then 2.
No,
You get
it's
to like add a +1 to
3.
that because the.
I would say the stability that your rifle is stable and you can get a clean shot off and it isn't in the ground. You snap one of them in the head and it drops back. Hits the ground. They are slightly more frightened of you. Of the Americans that are rushing the hill.
We're a bunch of messed up people. I blew some up, you shot one in the head, we have one trying to get them to drop the guns. Drop your guns! Boom!
This is pointless.
Thomas, what are you doing, man?
And meanwhile, I'm just here doing my job. Drop to the ground.
I mean, I could use.
Everyone's standing!
I have a red cross! You gonna crawl up to
Hamlin could use some healing.
Yeah, he's the only one wounded now.
Okay.
Hamilton, I'll admit, as much as I rag on you, I ain't about to let you die. So let me see that head.
Thanks, man.
Hashtag after dark.
I'm not dying for cult or all these arms business.
Good.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put, another 2 to this one.
Okay.
4.
How much damage are you down there?
I was at 2.
Go ahead and put 4 back on the board.
Nice. 2, 3. Back to 6.
Hold your head still.
You find that his helmet got knocked off.
This is a joke.
Where's your helmet?
College deferments.
I had
The,
to
the,
do
steel,
It's not
the
fair.
steel- the steel helmet that he had on, I mean, it wasn't Kevlar just yet, but it was steel, so the metal is kind of shanky on it. So.
It's still better than nothing, and I plop that on his head.
It's true. It really is true.
I'm happy you ain't dead.
Me too.
So, do I still see the 3 of them out there running?
Yeah, they're starting to advance further back as more mortars, more gunfire.
let them
starts
go. They're just defending their country. There's no point. This
They
is worth.
nearly killed you, boy.
Yeah,
is this the
because
temple
we're
of Caravan?
Americans in Vietnam. We shouldn't be here, man.
Alright, let's go. We gotta move.
Very well.
I'm going to cross over the hill and make my way
I will make you into a backpack. Do not.
I'll go
towards
with
the
you.
temple.
Okay.
Kind of staying low, but moving as fast as I can without trying to make a bigger target.
Okay. As you're moving across, you see the fellows that you blew up with the hand grenade earlier. But you start seeing some weird things in the sky.
Uh-oh.
Something that starts to shift. Like it looks like it's some big giant flying hairless monstrosity and disappears.
Could I roll?
And then it slams into one of the Hueys that's flying by.
Whoa. Could I do a cult for this one? Or?
You can do a natural.
Oh, I don't have my net. Dang it. Well, actually, never mind. I got 2 in a cult, 2 in a natural now. All right, I'm spending an unnatural.
As you see this large blob thing slam into the Huey that is orbiting nearby. It wasn't Wade's Huey, but it was a Huey nonetheless. It is what could be best described as... No. It is
Shots don't fly, or do they?
It depends.
It
Yeah.
is, I think it was called a invisible like flyer. What it is in the book. I wish I had it stuck there, but in the operation itself, this is what was like tearing apart some of the helicopters and everything else that was in the sky in orbit at the time. So,
Jeez.
not only were they starting to deal with that, but it looks like everything turns black and white for a minute. Playing Destiny, you know, when you go into like Ascendant Realm,
Yeah.
it gets all black and whitey and dark and mysterious and stuff. Yeah, that briefly flashes before you and comes back to normal.
What?
All of us or just me?
For everybody. Everybody sees this brief flash. It's like a...
Gentlemen, I think we're
still have to
we're
find
in
Henry.
the deep end now. Yes, let's get him.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Just get out of here.
In
And
fact, I think we
nobody-
should make that a priority
For-
instead of dealing with them.
Yeah.
agreed, and let's let these people go home to their families.
I'm thinking everybody's going home to their families after today.
Maybe.
So all you guys are starting to advance over the hill?
Yeah, I don't know if should we like stealth. I think we're just trying to like kind of skirt the
hill and slide
soldiers
down.
there, and yeah, just like make our way.
I'm
Yeah,
still
they're starting to
crawling.
They're
run off
gone.
some more.
All right, good.
There's no
Okay,
current
I'm still
slaying
crawling.
combatants either way. We're just kind of like, this is weird.
It's also not a good idea to shoot people in the back. Those people are now considered not fighting, so it would be considered a war crime.
My character almost lobbed a grenade at them.
No,
Almost.
don't.
No, I didn't. No, I'm
Good,
talking about when I was
thank
coming
you.
over the hill. I almost did that.
Thank
but
you,
then
thank you.
That would have fit perfectly in with Phoenix Project.
Yep.
You started
But
to
I'm better.
you're
But
like,
I'm better.
wait.
But I'm better. I'm better than that.
We're gotta be better than this.
I was about to not follow my conscience.
He didn't
Who's
pull
got
the head, legit.
sense trouble?
What's the sense trouble on this one?
I'll sense
Didn't
trouble.
do great last time.
And
Okay.
for this, I'm going to just straight up put a 4.
You're going ham.
You.
You
6.
feel something like sticking on the back of your neck, and as you turn around, remember those chochos you guys saw earlier that were getting on the Huey?
Yeah.
They've got machetes and their teeth are showing, and they're looking hungry.
So they're here now.
Yeah.
Why is it always behind us?
However, they're not here to fight the VC.
You heard about us.
They're here to or eat us.
Mm-hmm.
The same ones that we saw getting on the Hueys. Fucking traitors.
Yeah, just typical.
Fellas,
Do you have this handle?
help? Or,
I
I mean, they're not attacking us, so maybe I can
No, they
talk.
cut your neck, dude.
I mean, did they?
No, they shot at you back in L.A.
Yeah, now they're using the cover of war to take us
Gosh.
out for good.
They came
I
back
unload
to
on
finish
them.
the job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are not.
Spend your 5
I'll
for
spend-
full auto.
Yeah, I mean, I've got 5 is what I got, so I'm spending it. Yeah.
Do it.
Okay, you guys can still
I'll
use,
rock and roll
You
on
guys
them.
can still use your general skills. You'll have to beat the target number.
Yeah.
Okay.
There
So
won't
should
be
I
any-
roll for that and then add 5? Or?
You're going to roll the 5. Or you're going to roll the 1d6.
Okay.
You're going to add that.
So 3, so plus 5 is 8, and this is full auto.
Okay, so you're going to roll 3d6.
All right.
And if you get
And not my dice. My dice are awful.
Yeah.
if you get
Ooh. All
if
right.
you get ones on the damage,
Let's see what happens.
Well, one of
There's
them
a
did.
One is a 1, one is a 6, and one is a 5.
okay.
That doesn't
So-
matter. No
yeah.
matter.
So
11 in total.
So the one that maybe earlier smiled at you when you guys walked in the Colonel Wade's little boondoggle, whatever the heck it was, he probably did this to you to probably intimidate
Ew.
you. You cut him right in half
Whoa.
with the power of the
Bullets.
classic M16. And the other two, they get caught in the collateral of it, and they drop as well. So
Looks like you have that handle. I'm gonna move some C4 and some detonators.
Dick, what are you gonna do?
Is there any more enemies around?
No, not quite yet.
Could you use someone with me, or I could use someone to help me right now.
Yeah, I'll accompany him.
You advance up to the stairs.
We should probably, like, maybe not go in, but, like, do, like, a rear guard thing.
Yeah, sure.
Stay close by, but not
Too many more are probably going to show up in the
As,
back.
Yeah, more
as,
churches.
as like more GIs are starting to pour over the hills, some of them with comm backpacks or whatever else. One of them gets dropped by a sniper, and the other one is just kind of sitting by. And you hear the cacophony of the chaos of the war zone right now, as like more personnel are getting killed. Someone's saying some of the locals are starting to bite back, literally.
Yeah.
They called in for a napalm strike on the Lotus Field, but they're saying air support won't be there for another 2 minutes.
Crap. That guy who got dropped, is he still breathing?
He's gone.
Damn. How about that guy right there? Can he get over to us?
Yeah.
Alright, soldier!
Over here, over here.
Over here!
You better get this place a going kaboom soon, my friend.
And keep your head
Yeah.
down, goddammit!
I'm gonna-
Yes, sir!
You guys use the temple as cover if you can. And I'm gonna go look around and try to figure out a good place to set some of the C4.
Inside,
Yeah.
I will.
as you enter, you see someone who's standing against the wall. Turn.
Henry?
You're the one they brought in the other day. And it is Miss Lee.
Miss Lee?
Miss Lee. Oh.
I didn't think anybody would get this far. Usually we would be dragging them in by now.
I shoot her. Full auto.
Okay.
Actually, I don't have that ability.
Wait, hold
I
on
don't have that
a minute.
ability.
You can fire still.
You just don't add anything to it, I think.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I can use my bonds to get some points back, correct?
I don't know how you're going to use your bonds. You can't just sit down, pull up the radio, and call it the wife.
I wasn't gonna do that.
They did an American Sniper in that one scene, so why not now?
It's more of a memory as my mentor told me. And kind of betraying something that I used to hold dear.
Ooh.
You know, I'm going to let it roll for the role-playing aspect of it. So you have like a brief flash in your mind of what your mentor said.
So Richard Bladis had told me, he was one of the American saboteurs, told me that to, there's times in war where it's a better idea just to duck out and not to do anything. And there's times where action doesn't require a gun. And at this particular moment, I'm just like, fuck it all to hell. I'm gonna blow this goddamn place to bits. I don't care about anything anymore. About the mission, this place is going down. Like, this is no longer a mission for me. This is, he told me to stay on target, to always think about the mission, and I'm just saying, fuck it, I'm done with that.
So, yeah. So what are you going to do?
I'm going to kind of try to refresh my firearms to get that full auto and just cut her down.
Ugh.
Okay. All right. This is the next last episode, folks. I just want this to be a good time for everybody. So, 6.
6.
Roll damage.
Good. I mean, another one you rolled.
That's a 6.
Oh.
She did.
R.I.P.
You see this woman just take the entire 20-round box magazine in that M16, and you got it on your hip like John Wayne, and it's like, do. And she just takes every single slug and then drops back down.
Do the rest of us see that?
No.
Nope.
Did we hear it?
Yeah, you hear
fucking heard it
someone
go.
go full
What's going
auto.
on?
We don't know exactly what.
No, you heard it from inside the temple.
All right.
Sounds like they're getting into trouble up there.
Should we go help?
What?
Alright.
No! Running in. Don't be dead. Don't be dead.
Alright.
As you run in,
Heads,
there is
we
a
go in.
dead body
Tails, we
over
don't.
in front of you.
Ooh, all right. So we're gonna flip that
I
coin,
wasn't
but
expecting this.
I hand him my gun.
Oh, an actual
I hand him my
coin.
gun
Yeah,
and I
let's
pull
do
my
it.
C4 and I start placing it in places.
Alright, then.
Just as
Okay.
fast as I can and setting the charges.
You start placing it in places, and as you're placing it next to this big giant well
it was a good idea.
that just smells
I don't know where it
like
went.
decay.
I don't know where it went.
This
Then.
scrawny little kid.
It's heads, so we're going in.
Okay. Sorry, Jim. Well, we're going in too.
Okay, so you and Tom
Sorry for,
are
like, interrupting.
running in. Engstrom is about ready to plant some C4 in some really weird-looking well, and then this guy jumps and tackles you. So, I need you to go ahead and make an athletics check.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn all my points in this.
Okay.
All of them.
I only have 2 points.
Ah.
5 total.
All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and make a stability or an unarmed check to see if I can stop you. And I'm gonna be using a different statistic or a different thing. So this thing tackles you, and as it's looking at you, it has long blonde hair, very pale and gaunt now, fingernails a little longer than they should be, draped in a white robe, missing a pinky finger, and one of those hands is like choking you. We're supposed to be going home. Dick!
I will run and smack him in the head with the
Don't kill him.
Smack him in the head.
That still might kill him.
Okay,
Oh no.
go ahead
Sorry,
and make
Senator.
a melee weapons check.
Alright, I have no points in it. Can I roll anyways?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just a straight roll.
It's gonna be
4.
4. Okay.
You crack, or let's see, how does that work for athletics?
I mean, my
Yeah, you hit him in the head.
My attempt isn't to kill, it's to unconsciate.
You knock him off of Angstrom, and he looks at you and pulls a knife and starts to get back up. We're supposed to be going home.
Well, you are going home. You little crazy mother.
And as you're saying, "Mother," the world starts to reverberate again like it did before. But you start seeing like something moving along the walls, like a tentacle of some kind. The walls, it would look like they're all pitch black. There's not very much light except for the light coming in through that one doorway. But it looks like all the walls have eyes and they have opened up, and they are starting to move towards you and Angstrom. So, go ahead and make a stability check.
Okay. 5.
You are drunk, and you are getting... I got you drunk, but we're not that drunk! We're not that drunk! So, as you two are hearing the commotion and everything else, you hear from the dead body that is over there, over the gunfire, that they are calling for an evac. Obsidian Actual is calling for an evac. Helicopters should be there at any time now.
Okay.
Let's just get him. Let him plant the charges, and let's get out of here.
Alright, evac is coming, people. We got to go. And holy hell, what happened to her?
I don't know.
Get Henry, let's go. Chain him up.
All right, I still have the handcuffs that were for Dawson. We'll use those.
Alright.
I knew I'd come in handy someday.
Hey, Mr. Unarmed, beat the shit out of him too. He's unconscious.
Yeah, I think this is all you.
I'm actually
Start punching.
Alright, so apparently we are going to get into a fist fight.
Okay, throw.
Yeah. 4. I have 10 unarmed.
I know.
Yes, the punching Dr. Punch.
I have no idea why I did that.
Jeez!
I came in 10.
Knock him the out.
You run up to him and you go, "Hey, look at my thumb." You
Okay,
drop
he's
him,
done.
you put him on his back. Gee, you're dumb.
I put the handcuffs on.
Alright.
Right, we're done. And I'll
Get
do
him.
him like
I'm gonna
you-
take his knife from him.
That would be a good idea.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna do what I do, sling him over my shoulder. Alright, we got the kid. Let's get the hell out of here.
Going home.
Yes, go home.
We're all going home.
Yeah.
And we're,
How can I
we
put this and not make it look awkward?
That's
works.
fine. That
That
works.
works.
Sure, it's a fireman's carry.
By the leg, just hold him.
You're setting the charges?
Yeah.
This is gonna be simple, so beat it 2.
Just how my night's been going, I'm putting 3 points in that.
Good idea.
What's your roll of 1, you guys?
One.
I want a 5. Oof,
Nice.
it's 8.
The bad luck is over.
When I
Quick
needed
montage. Quick montage. Backpack. C4. Detonators.
it, fucking everywhere.
And in the time span of like maybe about a minute, you've got C4 wired to the well and along the ground, wherever else you think is going to make a good enough boom to bring it.
Go. Out.
Move.
So, you're running.
Grab
and you're
your
running.
liquor.
And you're
I'm
running.
risking
And you're running. And you guys remember that C-47 that was giving you guys gun support?
Yeah.
You see one of those winged invisible things cut right into the wing of it. And as you guys are outside the temple doorway right here with old boy on your back, that's when you start seeing it spiral.
Shit.
And nose into right here.
Ooh.
Well,
And
that guy's
all the
dead.
ordnance on it, all the rounds, the illumination flares they carry for nighttime operations. Just this massive explosion of fire and U.S. military equipment just goes off right in front of you guys.
Can we get down?
Can all of you guys make athletics tests?
Cool.
I'm gonna burn all 4 of
Yeah,
my
I'm burning
points.
I'm burning both points.
4.
I put an 8 in my
Old
athletics.
Hamlin was hitting the squash courts.
8 altogether.
I'm
So,
putting
I'm
6.
putting in 2. I rolled a 3, so it's a 5 for him.
I got a 9.
The propeller on the wing that was still attached flips off and around and spins and slams right above, like 10 feet above where the doorway of the temple. And the plane is on fire. And it is a jumbled, bent up mess.
Everyone all right?
Let's put some distance. Let's go.
Let's run.
Into the
I
ditch.
have a plan.
As you guys continue to run, and you're running, and it's slow motion. You've got this kid on your back, Marvin. You guys are running. This Huey starts to set down. The air crew's like, the door gunner's like,
We're not going in that direction.
they want you to get on the helicopter, and
For the evac.
this is all slow mo. This is supposed to be the epic hero moment.
Yeah.
You guys are running,
That's how we all die.
and you guys all manage to get on board. The helicopter's spooling up. It's spinning, it's spinning, it's spinning. And then you see another, like, wave of whatever energy that was expand out of the temple. And you see what V saw, or what Dick saw earlier, like, the walls out here, all these eyes start, or the faces and the eyes start looking outwards. And the walls that had the tentacles on them sprout up. You see them spring out of the ground. They're not just attacking American soldiers, they're attacking the NVA, the VC. And
Click.
click. The C4 goes off. But standing there as you look down and you hit the plunger, you see Miss Lee.
Whoa.
Not a whole honor, waving.
Oh.
The temple goes up. It atomizes for a second. And as everybody like looks away from the blast, you see like the entire outside world is all mottled and gray and weird and oily and soupy and everything. And it's at that point in time, the pilot fails to see the tentacle ran straight through the windscreen. And another tentacle snapped the propeller right off. And then it shakes the helicopter and throws it into the nearby river. And as the helicopter slams right into the water, everything just starts to look back to normal. And then everything starts to slowly fade to black. And then we transition to the room where they're interviewing Bob. And Bob says the same disclaimer I made before the fight started. That wasn't just the real actual events. That was just what I read from the AAR. And Wade got away, obviously. And then when the U2s did another flyby over, because NRO wanted it, they didn't see a temple. so we assumed it was all done, but I remember hearing some weird rumor. What's your network?
So,
And
back before we had left, I made a contingency plan, after I heard that I had a new daughter. Got no one contacted my Claude. Never really asked for his last name, and he never really wanted to give it. He was a
French soldier.
French soldier, also saboteur. Got out of the military not too long before Vietnam happened.
Probably ran into him as he was an independent contractor of some kind, right?
And I pulled some old strings and had wine and dine him, and I got us not a great car, but a car. Picked us up down the river.
Ooh.
Out somewhere in Cambodia. And those who survived hopped aboard with me and got us the hell out of Dodge. And I don't think we ever made it back to America, but I think that was probably fine by me. Family eventually left America and joined me again, hiding somewhere in West Germany.
Who made it out?
Yeah, that's the question. Who made it out?
I don't know.
Who wants to make it out?
Ooh, well, I know what Hamlin would do if he survived. I don't know if...
I would. And that is very inventive, and that was a really good idea. He brought that up during the break, folks.
That's cool.
I couldn't let our characters just. I like our characters too much.
I know.
You don't think Dawson's lived out his years yet?
That's up to you. That's completely up to you. I won't make decisions for your characters, but if you wanted to die heroically, it's up to you.
I mean, he lived through all the wars if you listen to him.
So he survived.
He was a consultant, right?
He survived every war from the American Revolution.
So, on the riverbed, further back, miles and miles past all that carnage, I would say it's been about like a day or two, and everybody has been messed up really bad. I would say lost limbs, maybe lost a lot of blood. I'm not entirely sure, but all of you are sitting on the shoreline watching as this temple that you guys had just C4'd reform back into existence, disappear again, reform again, disappear one more time. And as it reforms again and it is solid and stable, there's not the whole weird darkness thing that's going on. You look up into the sky, and during this period of time, right after November, Delta Green eventually did collapse. But I'll go into that in a minute. What happened was President Nixon decided to authorize bombing in Cambodia to help shut down the Ho Chi Minh Trail and all the supplies that were moving back and forth. And a part of that plan was something called Operation Arclight. If not Operation Arclight, it would be Operation Menu. And Operation Menu in Delta Green, after Delta Green collapsed, was used to indiscriminately destroy any Cho-Cho villages in Cambodia, Vietnam, and Laos, as well as any other targets, because even though they lost their funding, they still had the ability to do stuff. So you guys sit from the shoreline and watch this temple area get blown back to the Plesiozoic era, where it's nothing but mud and dirt and God knows what. As these B-52s, and you see the dark trails in the sky, then you start hearing as 500-pounders, 1,000-pounders, whatever pounds they had on those 52s, just rain, steel, and explosive. And you see the temple disappear. It's smoky for like days. And finally you hear the somewhat familiar hum of a Citroen as it pulls up, and Claude looks at all of you and says, I will help you get in.
Thank you.
Thank you, my good man.
And we wipe.
Never said the French didn't do anything for you Americans.
And we wipe to the present day, and Bob has finished, and there's a pile of cigarette butts in an ashtray, and Bob lights up another one. So you all see that's what happened. The real horrible thing about all this is they didn't find no boy over there, and the boy that you found eventually you had to put down because
He probably didn't make it out of the crash.
But
Small price to pay.
lo and behold, a week later, after this operation, shows up alive and well at LAX.
The boy does.
Apparently, he got lost on his own adventure and he came back to see good old daddy. And the senator resigned from politics. Apparently, he was escorted by a couple of guys in black suits.
Oh, God.
Even better part was, the senator decided he wanted to take his son and family out yachting.
Disappeared.
They found the wreckage of the boat out in Catalina. They didn't find him, though.
Of course
Or the
they did.
boy.
Anybody.
Found some green stuff, but they couldn't identify it. They just thought it was some kind of algae. And that green stuff, yeah, that's where my fun in all this gets into. See, I got done in Subic, and then they moved me back to the States. And it was going to be a beautiful, warm homecoming, wife, daughter, little girls. We were going to see each other again. It was going to be wonderful. And then I sat there at LAX, waiting and waiting, until the police pulled up and told me they were involved in an accident. Took me home. As home as it would be, but early next morning, a couple of the guys in suits wake me up. They tell me, come in the garage. So they couldn't, so they put me in my chair and rolled me into the garage. They told me that if I told them everything they wanted to know about Delta Green, that I'd be able to see my family again. And then they opened the van up. And there was my wife, and there were my daughters, and I knew I couldn't sell us out. So, the third man that was in the van put his suppressor on his handgun, and I lost my family again. 2 hours later, as he lights up another cigarette, they pulled me out, and I became friendly. So, I'm not going to tell jack shit to anybody. And if you all are going to kill me or do whatever, you best make it quick, because I'm pretty sure I got a timetable to meet with the missus and the kids soon. So.
As the professor, I don't want to kill this man, honestly. I'd rather not if I could avoid it.
Yeah, no, let's not do that.
I feel sorry, but if your timetable to meet is something you wish to accelerate, it seemed the kind thing to do would be to put you out of your misery. And that's kind of an awful thing to say, actually. I'm sorry I said it. I regret saying that now.
Oh, Mr. Professor, I don't think that... I mean, there has to be something we can do to help him.
And as you guys are talking, your modern day handler opens up the doors. Hey! Come on. I gotta show you guys something.
We'll
He
be
wheels-
right back.
Where am I gonna go?
We took the wheels off his wheelchair. We're that fucked up.
He pulls you into like the secondary room where he was watching through the glass. And he has like a computer running. And it's like a real-time recording. And like, this is gonna sound weird, but there's somebody who was who was the director of operations, and he was talking about this stuff, and this is like right around when CCTV became a big thing and started taking pictures. We pulled up the front page of when the senator's son came back into the States.
Ooh.
Smaller picture. It wasn't a big front page stuff. And you see the picture of the senator's son, and he looks so happy and chipper. Still got his pinky ring, but like to his shoulder and to the left, some on the picture, you see Miss Lee.
Whoa.
Now we went ahead and we ran some other stuff. You know, this woman has been spotted all over Ho Chi Minh City, Cambodia. She was present at the fall of Saigon. And we also have this stuff here. And he drops this folder. These are geosat images we took of the location of where that Temple of Ankara was. By the way, big moment for your dad. That was when he decided to defect. Some GI shot him.
Yeah, that's.
I wonder which one.
Sounds like my dad, all right.
That was probably my
That's
character.
a history of failure there, Mishka. You don't want to be accelerating that.
Yeah.
This is the
You with your
temple.
samurai sword.
Hey, his KD ratio, very good. I'm just putting that out there.
This temple was here in 1971. 1976 was another. This one was geospatial. One of the first satellite pictures we took. 1980. 2 days later, 1980. 1993. 6 days later, the temple has been appearing and disappearing and appearing and disappearing.
In the same area?
In the
It's
same
like
area.
Brigadoon. Sorry, it's one of my favorite musicals.
And
It's
Sure
not-
these aren't Photoshop?
No, honey, I don't think they are.
No, they look authentic.
And I'm sitting there thinking, ooh, this will be fun.
And that's
So-
What
the
weird
scary
shit am I
part.
getting up to now?
I guess we gotta go to evil Brigadoon, huh?
So we're going to Ho Chi Minh City?
Yeah.
Is this official then?
Road trip.
Mr. Handler, is that what we're doing?
yeah, but the director wants you to take Mr. Johnson.
Great.
Well,
Let's take him back to a place where he has his legs blown up. That's a great idea.
Oh, I can get on.
well, if he had a death wish now, it's
You'll
gonna
have
get-
one soon enough.
Yep.
We'll have plenty
But-
of time to stop his bad habits. This is wonderful.
I'm glad everybody
Smoking will
remembers
kill 'em.
to sync back into their modern day characters because that's just great.
Whoop.
So
Ya yeet.
I guess that's what the kids say.
Yeah, that's what Misha says.
Your vernacular is so interesting.
So, yeah, you guys learned what happened on that dark and dreary day, and
That sounds like hell.
yeah, it was
the
a
people
fair
made it
shade
out.
of hell. And you know, Patrick threw the contact thing, and so these guys did make it. But
Amazingly.
Dawson
but
can be in everywhere now.
throughout the entire reality of it,
Cool, Granada.
this
There we
operation did cause the fall. So, as soon as it went down and everybody started looking at after-action reports of what happened, there was an inquiry, and the executive committee was told effective immediately, no more operations. Their funding and everything else was cut.
I mean, we did technically fail the mission.
Yeah, we did. They
You
never.
kind of
Yeah, we
succeeded,
did
but you
destroy.
also did kind of fail.
Just disappeared. and
But
came
there was
back.
also such a loss of life, and there were other operations that occurred during this time frame in other locales where the body counts were just so damn high. And much like how the public's perception of the war in Vietnam, eventually people had enough. So Delta Green faded into the background, and Majestic took up what it had. The Delta Green, they faded into the background. They were in the nooks and crannies where they made their own nooks and crannies that weren't any available. They operated as a cell until 2001 when they retook everything. I don't think we'll be able to get into that one, but it'd be a good idea for another show.
It'd be fun. I'd be down.
Like in the mid 70s kind of thing.
More like maybe mid 90s, early 2000s. But
that'd be fun.
it may not happen here. It may happen at another time in another place. I'm not sure. But
Time is weird.
time is weird. Time is fluid. Time is a circle.
Time to YB.
Spacey Wasted.
Yeah.
So, I understand there's some sort of weave thing going on. Like, you guys are going to get into looming? Is that it?
Yeah, well, we're getting into looming, exactly.
So,
It's a great hobby.
usually we're cutting a little earlier than usual, but hence the usually and usual in there. But, you know, next week, December 19th, is going to be it. It is going to be the final episode of One Shot Action Theater. We're going to go on ice for a while. Maybe start filming a new locale. It's going to take a little bit. But next week, Fall of Delta Green, the finale. Yeah, it takes place in modern day. But, you know, we managed to adapt it. If you did watch the first episode, utilizing skills. And as any other game, it is a collaborative experience. So, you know, it's not just me calling the shots. It's everybody saying, what would be best? So I want to thank my players here, our players here, for putting up, like, one of the best damn 2.5 hours of web television I've ever seen.
That was great. That was fun to play. I really enjoyed that, you guys.
And
Hamilton is my favorite
Yeah,
character
I
now.
mean,
I love him. Oh my god.
I just want to say, like, this is not Time Tabletop's opinion. This is my personal opinion. The war in Vietnam was a mistake. We never should have been there.
Yeah.
All those deaths. I mean, I don't know for no reason, but like, it's not worth it. It wasn't worth it. No war is really.
Did Ham just kind of like just channel Michael himself?
Yeah, he kind of became me at the end.
That's what's just.
But yeah, he's like definitely. If he got back,
He's
it's
a very
like
good character development.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, he becomes
better
like
than mine.
he becomes like Daniel Ellsberg. I figured like he's dropping off Pentagon papers and throwing his medals over the fence and everything, and then he becomes a peacenik. So that's how I
kind
see
of makes
his
it hard
future.
to come back if you've been officially declared dead. But
Well, he comes over with a new name, maybe Dr. Pork.
You could go to UK.
Oh, that's true. They have a pretty good anti-war movement there. I bet.
Canada.
Yeah.
Canada, they did accept draftees. I'd like to think that for homework for everybody to do for next week's episode is I want you to think about what happened to everybody there after Operation Obsidian. I don't want you to write like a one-page paper or anything, but I will give you a hint. I believe some descendants factor into a really big reason of the plot and why it exists.
So wait.
So 5-page novel. Yes.
So hold
got it.
on. Wait.
So, I want you to think, since you had a daughter
Yeah.
who was born in 1969,
Yeah.
say around 1998, 1999, 18, 19 years old, doesn't really stick with mom that much. Maybe has a kid of her own. Kid grows up, becomes a famous writer type, starts wondering about what happened to grandpa.
The very author.
Doesn't
we were
take
set to track in the beginning.
doesn't take the family name because obviously, you know, the daughter got married in another family. So there's that. Then there's also Marvin left a soldier behind over there in Saigon. So I wonder what happens there.
Okay.
Dick probably has an orchestra to count all the bastards.
Yes!
We're gonna do a whole lot in the prison
There's
cell.
so many.
So,
Baseball team.
and we're going to find out what happened to everybody next time on Time to Tabletop's One Shot Action Theater, which will be its final shot. So,
I know.
Scooter, you got any words of wisdom? Did we crack
Oh,
300?
there's no wisdom in anything I know, but a couple of things went down in the chat. Make sure. Thank you very much, White Chip Studio, for hanging out with us and watching and commenting and saying, "Hey, James, I was issued a sweater just like that."
Who is this?
I don't know who. What? White Chip Studio. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you know us IRL in real life, hit us up. If not, get to know us. We like to play and we like to talk about stuff. But that gentleman or lady was issued the same sweater and also commented, It's Eric. I'm Eric. He is Eric. Hi, Eric.
Hello, Eric.
Welcome to our chaos. And thanks for joining us for the Fall of Delta Green, because we've been having a really good time playing this. And it's been a little dark in a good way.
But-
Not in like like
I mean, there's some
the
intense
evil
places,
way. It was just
so
like it got
that's
intense
okay.
and it
RPGs
feels
go there
good.
sometimes.
But also had a little comment. I think it was towards Dick over here. White Chip Studio says, "If you're drunk, then suppressing fire is never a bad idea."
I'm not gonna argue that one. That was a good one. That was a good idea.
So,
Good answer. Good answer.
White Chip Studio, thank
I'm
you
drunk.
so much, Eric,
world.
for hanging out with us and your lovely commentary. It means a lot.
Oh my gosh.
So, yes, we will be back for our finale
So
of
high.
this arc, okay, for the Fall of Delta Green. We are not done with one-shot action theater, and we're not done pulling in stuff from all sources. So make sure and check that out. We'll be doing some more stuff. I feel like we're going to do some more stuff from Pelgrane Press. We're definitely doing more stuff with Magpie Games. So make sure and check it out because we're going to actually cut over... because in like 11 minutes, 10 minutes...
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, in 10 minutes,
Not that
we're actually going to be sitting down and watching Geek and Sundry. Reason being is that Weave Society is playing tonight at 9:30, and a team of us got together and wrote the play set that they are using tonight. So Becca Scott and Gina DeVito, Amy Dallin, that great crew that I got to meet, they are amazing. And go check that out. If you're watching the show, please hop over there. I'll rate it or host it so you can make sure and be over there. So check it out because it was really fun to do, and we're going to do some more of that kind of stuff because we like to collaborate. We like to, work with other channels and all this
yeah,
stuff.
we do.
That's what we do. So thank you so much. At the end of this, we always say, hey, pull up a chair.
Make
time for the tabletop.
Holy shit, we did it, guys! Holy shit, it's again!
Woo!
I came
All
to America with a dream! Mission accomplished!
Good night,
Yes!
y'all. Good night. Good night. That sounded great.
Confetti everywhere!